Hello there, how are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm responding to a video I saw because this is apparently what I do. See content and go, oh, I have a thought about that. I should make a video about it. So that's what I'm doing. I should formally ask you because I'm tagging you in the video anyway, so I don't know what your name is. Create Sparkle Studio. I know your channel name, that's your channel name, but I actually don't know your actual name. So I apologize for that, but there's your channel. I saw a video about how she struggles to kind of navigate Christmas. And I thought to myself, yeah, Christmas is weird. I'm about to embark on my second Christmas by myself. I had the first one last year and it was weird and it was lonesome and I got through it, but not without a few hiccups. So my only attempt this year at doing anything for Christmas is my lamp behind me. I put lights on it because I went to the store and I bought, a couple of lengths of traditional Christmas lights, and that's kind of it. I do intend to hopefully get around to decorating this tree. It's a wooden Christmas tree. It's 24 inches, so it's pretty tall. And it's drilled with holes for lights. So I've had it for like 10 years, so I should do something with it. And I found rose gold colored foil sheets at the craft store the last time I was there. And I was like, ooh, that would look pretty on a tree. It would be kind of unexpected. Wouldn't be like the traditional, green with red lights or something. I never like to do things that look exactly like the traditional things. So anyway, that's my craft idea that I might do that is Christmassy. But otherwise, I'm not much of a Christmas person. When I was married, we had a tree that we would put up with the ornaments and things like that. And as our child got older and started making his own ornaments, fewer and fewer of our old ones would go on the tree. It would be mostly, his, because he made them at school and things like that. So the last Christmas I was with my family, my married life, was hard because I knew that it was the last. Nobody else did, I don't think, but I did. And it was so hard to watch my kid do his thing. Every year he would decorate the tree, and in decorating the tree, he would tell us all about every single ornament as he would pull them out of the box. This is the one that I got when, and he would tell us all a story about it. And it was a big, event. And damn, that was hard, because I wanted him to feel good and everybody else to feel good, and I think I was the only one in the room who knew that this wasn't going to happen again. And I don't like that position. It was a nasty place to be. Thankfully, this last Christmas that we just had, none of that happened. I was completely on my own, living here where I happen to. My closest relatives are about 2 hours away by car, and everybody else is down on the island, so probably more like a 10-hour trip from here by car. Pretty fast if I flew, but anyway, everybody's at a distance. And so I've had to go through one Christmas already by myself, and that was no small thing. There were hiccups, there were there were mistakes that were made along the way, but I got through it. And this year I thought I would put it out there that it's Christmas too by myself, and I'm going to do my best at it. But it's weird. It's weird to have spent, I guess in effect 19 Christmases before with my, at one time boyfriend and then husband, and then to have these two now without those things is strange. And yeah, it just makes the occasion different, because it is so family oriented. It is so kind of everybody gather around and get together and all this. And I live in Canada. It's huge here. Everybody is so spread out from each other that it's not that I don't have any family. It's just that everybody lives far away, and we kind of aren't that kind of family that gets together, unfortunately, or fortunately, I guess, depends who you ask. But I'm just saying that I relate to how you have to kind of create your own traditions with this, and part of that experience of making a tradition or making a memory even is figuring out what to do, and then associating with that thing that you're doing and making that emotional connection to it, I think. And when we're on our own, it's really easy to just not, because it's easier not to. It's like, oh, this is a hard time of year. I'm just not gonna worry about it and whatever. But then you just continue to feel yucky about it, So it's hard to make new memories when you're in that kind of a place. And it's hard to know where to start. So last year I made crap loads of cookies all winter, well, all December, really. Lots of sugar cookies and things like that to kind of have something to eat and to have a good smell in here, because something that kept returning to me was as a young enough child, when we used to do this, my parents were still married, and we would travel down to where my grandparents' home was, and it always smelled fabulous, especially at Christmas time. It always smelled fabulous in there anyway, because my grandmother was a cook, so she was always making stuff. It always smelled fantastic in there as a rule, but at Christmas time it was particularly nice because my grandfather, there was a wooden stove, a wood-burning stove in the basement that they used for heat, but they also had a furnace, but they used the wood-burning stove at Christmas time as well for added heat and the smell of the fire. And my grandfather used to take an apple. He would find one that had fallen off one of the trees, because he had a few apple trees outside. So he would go find one that had kind of fallen off the tree, and he would just rub it on top of the wood stove when it was really hot. Man, does that ever smell fantastic. He would also burn particular types of wood. I forget which kinds, but you can get different fragrance from different types of wood. Like if it's from a fruit tree instead of a hardwood tree or something like that. It's interesting, the things that I know and what I don't. But anyway, those are the things that I remember that are nice about Christmas from times past. So I think that's what I was trying to do with what I can do here. I can't put up a tree here, but I have the ability to cook things. So, you know, I did that, and I plan to do so again this year. But yeah, the both interest and lack of interest in this whole occasion and making it different and making it new for my life now, as opposed to thinking about it and kind of mourning about it from years past, you know, is kind of, I want to make those new memories, but at the same time I'm kind of like, it's just another day. I was getting a taxi ride home from work the other day after my shift, and the driver, because I live in such a small place that the drivers kind of know me, and so he was asking me, well, what are you doing for Christmas? And I was like, I don't know, it's just another day. It's just a day off, you know? And he seemed kind of bummed about that. He's like, oh, well, I'm going to visit my family and blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Good for you. I just felt like I'm just alone, like I always am, you know, so I get it. I get how it feels. But I don't want to be alone or lonely forever, so I don't know. I'm debating this year, now that I'm re-uploading things to YouTube. I'm just wondering if like doing a stream, like a live stream or something, might be fun. I don't know. Let me know if that's appealing in any way, if anybody's still watching this video, because it's too long. Anyway. If you're still watching, you're fantastic and I appreciate you a lot. And I hope that you'll stick around, maybe, and subscribe. That would be really nice. We are all in this together. Subscribe button, video button, you know how it goes. I'll see you later.